Hey guys, welcome to another full body yoga stretch with Arrivé Yoga. I've decided today to reach into the archives for a video I recorded last spring to assist us during this class to really reach deep within and find that sunshine and that beautiful green and that life that is within us. If you're in a four-season country like I am, you'll completely understand what I mean by this, as we are now hibernating in our winter. So I hope you enjoy this video. Grab a comfortable spot on your mat and let's find the life within. So go ahead and bring the hands on top of the knees, palms facing up. And just start to extend your spine, roll the shoulders down and back. And maybe you need to scoot the chest back or maybe forward just so that you're right above the hips. So you almost get the sensation that you're kind of scooting back into the present moment. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhaling out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And just repeat that for a few rounds. Slow, deep breaths. And as you inhale, try to scan the breath through your entire body. Just first off, notice where you are. Notice how you're feeling. Maybe you're tensing up or maybe you're fully relaxed. Take a moment of observation, breathing in and out. And then on the exhales, following the first breath, go ahead and release the body bit by bit. Don't force yourself to go too strong from the beginning. Just letting go. Softly lifting the corners of your mouth for a little smile. And if you guys can hear the birds around me, go ahead and enjoy that. Embrace the life that surrounds, as cliche as that may sound. One more breath here. And exhaling out. As you exhale, keep the shoulders down and back, and then just let the chin fall forward. Slowly rolling the right ear over right shoulder. And at your speed, exhale, slowly roll it back down to center. Inhale over to the left. Exhale, continue. And do that for a few more rounds using the same long extended breath. Scanning the tightness in the neck area on the inhale. And then on the exhale, releasing, letting go. It might just be kind of a metaphor or visual, but I work really well with visuals. So I like to just imagine that with the exhale, there's just all this pumped up energy, everything that's been kind of stagnant in all the tense areas of my body. I just imagine myself releasing it, letting it go. All right, one more breath here, checking with the spine, keeping it nice and tall. And exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, bring it back to center. Reaching both arms up. And then exhale, twisting over to the left. Try to keep your spine centered and tall. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Inhale back to center, reaching up. And then exhale over to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Letting go. Inhale, reaching back up, deep breath in. Exhale, left hand down, plant that right sit bone into the ground, and reach over to the left. Breathe in here. Exhale, letting go. Noticing where you're tense, giving yourself that permission, that moment to just breathe into the body and let go. Notice if your shoulders are climbing up towards your ears, and just kind of softly draw them down a little bit, creating some space in the neck. One more breath here. Extending. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, softly push and engage your muscles a little bit to bring yourself over to the other side. Right hand down, shoulders away from the ears, left fingertips reach up. Exhale, down. Planting that left sit bone into the ground this time. Make sure you're not too forward or too backwards. Just get yourself nice and centered. Breathing in. Exhale, deepen. Couple breaths here. I sometimes like to just wiggle the fingertips if I notice I'm very tense. Just kind of helps to just move things around and release what you're ready to release. Breathing in, exhale, deepen. Inhale back to center, reaching up. And then exhale, we're going to come onto our mat, extending the legs straight out in front of us. Breathing in here, flexing both feet, and then just try to kind of bring that tailbone towards the back, navel into the spine, and then plant the tailbone. Lift the spine nice and tall. Shoulders move around a little bit if you need, and then roll them both back and down. Breathing in here, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring it down. Come to a comfortable limit. What's more important here is to keep somewhat of a length in the spine. We don't want to fully round out, so we're kind of bending more from the hips here. So inhale and then bring it forward. And if you're like me and you're going through a healing process of a knee injury, feel free to also use the straps if you have some, or maybe a belt, or the belt of a bathrobe is the best to use if you don't have this. Always make sure also, not just if you have a knee injury, everyone should always watch out for this, but especially if you have a knee injury, try not to have too much of overextension, maybe bringing pillow or blanket underneath the knees. Breathing in here. And now everyone exhale, releasing the head down, releasing the arms, and just let the back and the neck and the back of the legs get a little stretch. And if you're going through a healing process like me, this will also be a moment to just notice the difference in your body, especially if you're used to doing yoga or certain kind of sports and you're kind of aware of how your body is, and then you have an injury, you notice all the changes, all the process. And in the midst of maybe some suffering or some restrictions of the way of life, can also be a great moment to heal the body, to listen to what the body is maybe trying to tell you, to get that health back in check, that balance back in check, maybe some stretching or some yoga or some sports on a daily. Just nourish your body. Listen to what your body is saying, and then nourish that. Give yourself a little bit of love. Feel free to softly sway the torso from side to side, not too far if you wish. If it feels good, slow, controlled movements. And then exhale back to center, and then inhale, slowly roll yourself back up vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing the hands behind the back, fingertips pointing towards you, and then just roll the shoulders back and down so that you can get a nice lift in the arms, you get a nice stretch in the back of the palms. If you have an injury, I highly, highly recommend to just pay attention and be careful. And if this doesn't feel good, don't do it. Go ahead and lift up, lifting the hips, deep breath in. This is more of an upper body check. Exhale, bring it back down. Go ahead and bring yourself into bridge pose. And then bring 2 yoga blocks if you have them. If you don't, no worries. Bring 2 books or pillows if you have. And if you don't have those either, no worries. We'll do some modifications. It just will be much more intense and deeper stretch with the props. So go ahead and bring yourself into a prepared bridge pose. Then go ahead and lift the hips up. And then grab 1 block. Depending on your flexibility, maybe grab 2 blocks. I personally, even though I'm tight right now, I can still manage 2 blocks. So that might still be good for you guys as well. Go ahead and adjust so that I like to push the block. I like to put the block on the lower part of my tailbone. I grab my hands and I push the block as I lift my spine and kind of create an extension. And then my head and shoulders end up scooting up the mat. Well, that was a lot of information. I hope I didn't bring you guys out of the concentration, but it was important to say for a good spine health. Then go ahead and drop that right leg down, flexing the right foot. And then bring both hands over to the knees. Either grab the shin or behind the back of the thigh. Or behind the back of the thigh doesn't really make sense. Behind the thigh. You should feel a nice deep stretch in that front right hip. Especially in that healing process. For me, it was really, really tight here for a while. It still is, but especially in the beginning of my injury, because it's a leg that you don't use anymore, so everything kind of goes into standby. That should feel really good. Just take this time to relax, giving yourself this moment of peace, just a moment for yourself, where you can just take care of you. And if it feels good, you can squeeze and release the toes of that left foot, rotating the ankle around. Maybe as your foot is flexing that leg and folding it, if that feels good for you. One more breath, relaxing all the muscles in your face and the jaw. Exhale, release the left leg, bending both knees. I personally like to play a little balance game here and just recenter lower back onto that block. You can do this also with the feet in the ground. It's a bit easier. And then go ahead and extend that left leg, bringing in that right knee. Full deep breaths here. Imagine a detoxification process with the breath. As you breathe in, you're reaching deep into the tight areas of the body. On the exhale, you're releasing that tension, releasing that stagnant energy that no longer serves you. If your mind starts to wander, don't be angry with yourself or try to force the thoughts away. Just accept what is as it is and allow the thoughts to pass through, and then bring your focus back to the breath, reminding yourself that you've just given yourself a little cut in time where you can just pause and be present and be with yourself. And it's going to help you to move throughout the rest of your day feeling so much better, so much more clear and motivated than you started with. So take that deep breath, that deep loving breath in, and then exhale, letting go. And if you feel like to do so on the right leg as well, just bending and straightening the leg and kind of playing around with the ankle, the toes, and the foot. Just enjoying that moment. One more deep breath in. And then exhale, release. Go ahead and bring both feet down to the ground. Bridge pose, lifting up, moving the blocks over to the side, and then rolling from the top of the spine all the way down, bringing the hips down. And just bring the feet mat width apart, and then sway the knees, let them fall over to the left, bringing both shoulders into the ground. With ever injured knees you have, go ahead and just flex the feet here if you have an injury. It's also always a good thing to keep in mind anytime we bend the knees in different contortions, to just go ahead and flex the feet softly just to activate those muscles that protect the knees, injury or no injury. Inhale back to center, and then exhale over to the other side. If the blocks are in the way, Move them to the side so you can get a full length. Couple more breaths here. Inhale back to center, and then just go ahead and sway from side to side a little bit. Whatever else you need, maybe both knees to one side to get a deeper stretch in the back. Whatever stretch is needed for you, listen to your body and allow yourself to slowly, with the breath, move into that position and nourish what needs nourishing. Bringing a big smile to your face, extending arms above the head, legs bring it down, lifting the chest, the stomach up, breathing in here. And then exhale out to the sides. And if you wish to sit here for just a few more moments, I like to usually have a little meditation, intention meditation for my day, right after a little practice like this where I've really taken time to connect with my body, to connect with kind of where I am today and be truly honest and loving and non-judgmental with myself. This is that moment to then do a little meditation. Notice what else comes up. Notice what else you're ready to let go of. Notice what you'd like to create in that new given space. I will go ahead and let you guys hear. If you wish to stay for a few moments and enjoy the sounds of the birds, I will leave the camera on for a few bits. Otherwise, bring your hands together into a namaste. From my heart to yours, thank you so much for your practice with me today. Namaste.